Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the Best of Buds. I'm Kiwi and joined by the lovely Lexi.
Hello, welcome back.
And we're just the Best of Buds, having sesh talks and more with you every Wednesday. So, how was your weekend/week?
Pretty good. Very chill weekend. Going into a chill week. Just preparing for some vacay with the family this weekend. How was your week so far?
It wasn't really too bad. I did have a doctor's appointment for my baby. I think it was Monday, and that wasn't too bad. I got to find out how long she is, and she's 25.5 inches.
Wow, that's so crazy. She's getting so long.
I know, right? And then her weight is 13 pounds and 6 ounces.
That's awesome. 13 pounds and 6 ounces?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a whole lot of baby.
That's a whole lot of baby.
So crazy. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So for the main topic today, which was kind of just thrown together, I know it sounds like we never have anything planned. But so today I was thinking about maybe talking about how we plan to go about smoking as our kids get older. So you have any ideas on how you might go about this, or how you go about it since your kids are older?
Yeah, I was gonna say my kids are starting to get older, and so they're starting to kind of notice. They're like, "Hey, what are you doing?" You know, because we keep all our stuff in our bedroom, but we live in a small trailer. Like, it's not like we got a bunch of rooms, so it's not like we walk back here. And of course, kids, they're gonna follow us back here. They want to know what we're doing, and usually, I mean, I'm pretty straightforward with it. I'll be like, "Hey, like I'm medicating, I'm using my medicine," or sometimes I'll be like, "Hey, I'm smoking. You can't be in here." You know, of course, obviously, I don't let them in the room I'm smoking, shut the door, all that good stuff. So that way they do their own thing. But I'm a big fan of, like, giving age-appropriate descriptions for things. Like, I'll never tell my kids, go shoo-shoo, you can't see what I'm doing, go away, I'm not going to tell you what I'm doing. They're interested, they're gonna be curious, and I would rather them hear it from me than from someone else.
That definitely makes sense.
Yeah, my biggest thing is just to kind of make it up as I go. Like, plan on just being honest with them and talking about it, and keeping it the age appropriate responses for questions. Obviously, I have questions. What are you doing? Why are you doing it? This is my medicine. I am medicating because it helps me. Because I have an illness that it helps.
Yeah.
Do you have any plans?
As you were saying this, I had something pop up in my head. I know you said you've never seen Twilight. But for those who have seen Twilight, when you said, "What is this? Why are you doing thing?" I was in there thinking about there's a scene where they're about to attack this fisher boatman or whatever. This guy about to go on his boat. And he's like, the questions are always the same. Who are you? Why are you doing this? All I could do is imagine a shirtless guy with a blonde ponytail. Who are you?
Who are you? What are you doing? I'm gonna turn it into a meme now.
Why are you doing this? No, literally. Instead, it's cannabis with a ponytail, shirtless. Are you doing this? Well, that is definitely a good outlook. It's always, I think it's always best to be straightforward when it's appropriate. Like, super
straightforward. Yeah, of course I'm not like, man, I'm going to get high, like, and two, that's not the reason I'm doing it, but
yeah,
there's people out there that is their reasoning, and to each their own. Like, you do you.
That's true. And it's used for all different types. But definitely, I think I use it as well as you more for medicating. Helps with anxiety. Best thing in the world. So, how do you feel about parents that, um, you know, don't really care and they just do it basically in the same room as their young child because they feel like, they're too young to really.
I hate that they're too young to remember. Oh, I can do whatever I want in front of my kids. They're not going to remember.
Yeah.
So, well, one, there are people that remember like way deep into like their childhood way earlier than like they really should. So like you can't guarantee that.
That is very true.
And I saw like this really good quote earlier this week where it was like, this is not only their childhood, but your parenthood, your motherhood, your fatherhood. Like, you want to remember that fondly too. Like, you don't want to remember it, you smoking in front of your kids and all kinds of shit. Plus, that affects them later on. And, I don't know. I would say to each their own, but like, for this one, that's not okay with me.
Yes. We're going to take a little quick pause real quick, and then I'll be right back. Okay. We're back. Sorry. Had to do some momager stuff. So,
and like, I don't know. It's always good to like stop and take a minute and be like, assess what you're doing around your kids. If you are smoking around your kids and this is your wake up call, hey, don't do that anymore. It's never too late to stop and do what's right for your kids.
So other than like going to like restaurants or whatever, or occasionally, or at least just one or whatever, the typical light wine here and there, how do you feel about people, or what's your opinion about it in general on drinking in front of your kids?
See, drinking is a lot different than smoking. You can smoke a decent amount and then still be fine around your kids, but you drink a decent amount and you are not fine around your kids.
Yeah.
And like once they're a little bit older, obviously, once they can take care of themselves and do things like, that's another thing, but for like young children and babies to just be plastered around them, of course, and it's not good for yourself. To be plastered on a regular basis around your children is not good for them, nor is it good for your body.
Literally. How's your body keeping up, you fucking psychopath? Yeah, no, seriously. I think I feel the same way. I don't know, like, going to like restaurants and like getting a drink while you're there or whatever with dinner in front of them, not like a big deal. But like, I don't know, I always felt weird about sometimes hanging out with certain people or going to certain relatives and like they have young kids coming up to me and I'm sitting there like drinking a Mike's or a Twisted Tea or maybe a Fireball or whatever. I feel weird about it, so like sometimes I hide it behind my back.
See, I don't hide it. Like, if I drink a Smirnoff with dinner, which is pretty much just juice with a sprinkle of alcohol in it, they'll be like, hey, what are you drinking? I'll be like, I'm drinking alcohol. It is for adults only. Or like, if I get a drink at the restaurant, they'll be like, hey, what's that? Because obviously they're interested in what I'm drinking. And they'll be like, oh, that's alcohol.
Crazy.
It's only for adults. And, they'll ask why, and we'll talk about how, like, alcohol affects your brain, so we gotta make sure your brain is fully developed, and even though it's not fully developed at 21.
No.
Just crazy.
Yeah, it is really crazy, because I don't know. Not trying to be like, oh, alcohol should go up more, but it is crazy. But it is also
I've heard
crazy.
A lot of people say that they wish that like all substances would be 25 once you're, fully developed. And like, not that I'm not even fully developed, so like I can't even really speak on it. Like, to each their own. I get it. If you want to make that personal choice of I don't want to do substances until I'm 25 and I want my brain to be fully developed. I think that's a, like, you thing.
Oh my god, you know it's so crazy?
Hmm.
I have 2 years.
That is really crazy. Holy shit.
It is weird. It's definitely even weirder now thinking about certain things, or like certain like new people trying to talk to me and they're like in the range of like 16, which please do not talk to me. Nothing against you guys, but I feel very uncomfortable a lot of times when even 18-year-olds, but definitely 16-year-olds try to talk to me.
And like, it's when they try and talk to you and be like, yeah, we're the same type of people, and it's like, no, you're a child.
Yeah, it's weird, and it's weird because I used to be like always hanging out with older people and stuff like that, and they were so accepting. But once I got older, I realized like that's fucking weird, bro.
Right?
Why are you hanging out with a fucking 16-year-old, let alone a 13-year-old? That's what I also thought about. I was like, thinking about how at 13 I would go hang out with a guy that was like 23, 24. And now that I'm in that range, I'm like, I don't fucking think so.
It makes me think of Demi Lovato's song, 29.
Oh my god.
I love that song.
Oh wait, hold on. Maybe. Is that the one? Oh wait, hold on. I'm confusing myself. Is that the one that's about Fez
I love
or whatever?
that song so much. I'm a diehard Demi Lovato, Selena Gomez girly. Like, I don't know.
Definitely love Selena over here. Fuck Hailey Bieber. Sorry for any Hailey Bieber fans, but she can go fuck herself.
I don't know shit about Bieber, but I'm on your side. Fuck Hannah Bieber.
I never really cared for them too much, but when I saw the whole like her kind of attacking Selena for her lupus, I was like, whoa, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Like, what?
That is literally a disease she can't control.
Yeah, literally. And aren't you supposed to be like, care about everybody, know how different they are, no matter their disease?
Literally. Also, I don't know. Personally, I'm such a person that's like, you can dog on somebody and they can be a shitty person if they have a disease or not, whatever. But to hit somebody in their disease or being trans or about weight or, skin color, and you have to bow down to like those things or like swoop down and hit them in those parts, I just think that shows like what kind of person you are, and that's so shitty.
Seriously. No, really. And then it's even crazier, though, the people with disabilities actually are dicks. No.
Oh, for real. There are people out there that have a disability that are dicks, and you're allowed to tell them they're a dick, but you're not allowed to be like, you're a dick, and you have a disability. Like, don't do that.
You're a dick, and you can't walk, bitch. You're a dick, and your hands don't move, so you can't touch.
Ooh, and you can't throw hands.
I can jack off freely, you can't. No, that'd be horrible. Could you imagine the teasing? That would fucking suck. They're getting teased that way by young boys when they're in school about how they can't probably do that because their hands are stuck. So sad. So, back to the topic. I definitely pretty much agree, basically. Definitely not something that's gonna be in her reach or in her face. But definitely not something that I'm gonna pretend like doesn't exist. I mean, it's crazy because like the parents that told me, well, I haven't told my 17, 16-year-old son, and it's like your 17, 16-year-old son can't fucking smell it in your house. Where do you go?
Yeah, my dad smoked when he was a teenager, but he always swore up and down he never smoked or did anything in high school.
Well, and it's like, it's crazy because it's like, why, for one, your 16, 17-year-old son is in the general public. They probably know because they go to school.
And that's the thing. It's like your kids are going to find out who you are. No matter how hard you try to hide it, your kids will find out. So you might as well just be honest with them.
Yeah, and again, like, it fucking smells, dude. Like, no matter what, it smells. It's a good smell.